Hello everyone, I just wanted to introduce my guinea pigs to you. I don't know if I really said it in my other video, but yeah, there'll be a lot of things about animals on my channel. So, the black one, her name is Badher. It's, taken from the Lord of the Rings. It's like a demon, I guess, and I just call her Batty though. But yeah, I guess her formal name is Badher. Yeah, I just call her Batty. They're both a type of breed called Abyssinian. I rescued them. I don't buy animals. I adopt them. So both of these were rescued from bad situations. Batty's wasn't too bad. But Glegal, which is a Irish Celtic name. It kind of translates roughly to like Snow White. Obviously, you can see she's quite white, or the white of snow. Glegal is also an Abyssinian, and she came from a much worse situation than Batty did. She, as you can hear, she kind of has a gurgle in her nose. So she belonged to some wealthy girl in the Silicon Valley of California. And these people's apartment had like marble floors. Obviously, they're super wealthy. And they let little Glegal here have pneumonia for who knows how long. And when I got her, she had pneumonia for a long time. Even the vets couldn't tell. Obviously, I brought her to the vet as soon as I could find one that would treat her. She's still not recovered all the way. It's kind of a chronic problem because she's had it so long. And so when I saw her in her original home, that girl literally had the smallest cage possible, and she had nothing in it except really low quality feeding pellets and a water bottle. And guinea pigs actually require hay and fresh vegetables. And so, yeah, she was sick, probably because she also didn't get enough vitamin C. But yeah, that is these two. They're about a year old, a year and a month maybe, something like that. That's just the estimate. Glegal has really cool looking eyes. It's hard to see on this camera, but they look kind of blue. But if you get in really close, they actually look green under the right light, but from far away they look blue. And I love them very much, even though they're quite messy. They poop a lot. But yeah, I just wanted to give them outside time during the week. I usually get home too late, and it's not a good idea to bring them outside when it's dark. So yeah, since it's the weekend, I thought I'd give them some outside time. And yeah, that's pretty much about them. I guess I could talk about their personalities. So Batty loves climbing, even though it says online guinea pigs don't climb. This is not true. Batty is an expert climber. She could actually climb over this fence right here if she wanted to, which is why I have to watch them all the time. Glegal didn't climb when I first got her, but I think she learned from Batty, so they both climb. Batty wasn't handled as much, so she's actually kind of more skittish. I mean, she lets me pick her up, but she's not too comfortable with being handled. She's really accepting of like just being pet on the head. So yeah, that's what she likes the most. But most of the time she runs away from me and doesn't really like being held or pet. I'm still working with her. I think it's just that she's not used to it, but she seemed to enjoy when I pet her head. But when she's out of the cage, like in my room on the floor, I think she just thinks I'm gonna pick her up and put her back in the cage, which is part of why she runs. She's really fast. I call her my little ninja, since she looks kind of like brown out here, but that's because the light's kind of bright. If you just get her in like low house light, she's all black. And yeah, there's been several times where she got out of my room and I couldn't find her in the house because she is very, very good at hiding in dark corners, and she's super fast and extremely quiet. So yeah, that's kind of about her personality. She eats pretty much anything I give her. She's not a fussy eater at all. She was really quiet when I got her, but Legol over here, who I also call Beep Beep, is quite loud, and that's why I call her Beep Beep. Guinea pigs have lots of vocalizations, and yeah, they use them. And I guess Batty kind of learned from Glegal, and Batty, it's called weeking. Batty weeks now when they're excited to get their veggies, and I give them fresh veggies every day, as is required with guinea pigs. The pellets aren't enough, even if you have hay, it's not enough. They need fresh fruits and vegetables. Definitely more vegetables than fruits, but it's good to give them a little bit of fruit. And Glegal here, she is, strangely enough, even though she's the sickly one, and lighter and smaller than Batty, she's actually kind of the boss. And she is pretty dominant. She chases Batty around sometimes. They don't actually fight. Guinea pigs are very social animals. So they have a social structure. So, they get in little tiffs every once in a while. And females are, I wouldn't say necessarily argue or fight more, but I heard that they're less calm than the males, which are called boars. But yeah, Glegal sometimes likes chasing Batty for fun, and they totally argue. Even though I put two beds in their cage, they still sleep in the same bed, so obviously they like cuddling with each other, but yeah, not everyone gets along all the time. And guinea pigs are pretty spirited and pretty, opinionated, vocal, kind of mischievous. And yeah, Glegal likes being pet more. She'll stay on my lap for a while. And when she's done, she kind of just gives me a little nibble. She doesn't bite. And yeah, she's really vocal sometimes. They're both pretty smart, and I don't want to say it like that because I don't really think humans have the right to judge intelligence of other animals, because the only way that we can judge it is through our own lens. But yeah, they can actually understand human words. They know when I want them to go back into the cage. Oh, very noisy crow flying by. And they go in the cage when I ask them to. They also know when veggies are coming. And they actually sometimes start weeking when, or as some people call whistling, when they hear me chopping vegetables, even if it's not for them. They think it's for them. So they even understand the sound of the vegetables being chopped in the kitchen, which is right by my bedroom. And yeah, they both know their names. They look at me when I say their names. But it's nice because they don't get confused when I'm talking to them. They only pretty much look at me when I'm directly, or talking about them, I'm sorry. They pretty much only look and pay attention when I'm talking directly to them, or my roommate calls one of their names, they look at him. So yeah, they're charming little creatures, and I've actually never had them before. And yeah, I've had them for about 6 months now, maybe a little longer. So the reason why I even have them is because I worked in a lab and I didn't understand what was really going on in that lab. The ad for the job said that I would be helping take care of bats that they were doing behavioral tests on. And I thought, you know what, that doesn't sound so bad. They're not doing any cruel medical tests on them, because I'm totally against that. And, I thought it would be a good experience. And I really, it just sounded like I would actually get experience handling bats. Well, that was not the truth. It turned out to be a mostly rodent lab. Actually, they had all sorts of animals in there. and it was really terrible. It caused me to be really upset all the time. My mental health started going down the hill because, yeah, it was an animal lab where they were doing really cruel and unnecessary experiments on all sorts of animals. The only thing I really did was health checks on the mice, but it still was like really awful. Again, I didn't understand what was going on. The ad was completely deceiving. And anyway, so I felt extremely bad about myself as someone who believes that animals have individual rights just like any other thing and any other living thing. And I'm okay with people doing like behavioral tests as long as it's not like invasive or cruel. Just to learn more about that animal, and that's what it sounded like. Well, again, as I said, that wasn't the case. So, of course, I had guinea pigs there. And I was feeling really terrible about myself for even taking that job and benefiting off animal suffering. And yeah, that's against my ethics completely. Obviously, I don't work there anymore, but there's a female guinea pig who needed a home. She's a retired breeder, and I wanted to make up for, me benefiting off these poor animals, having people living a really sad and unfree life. And so I said I'd take her home. And her name was Eowyn. That's why Batty has a Lord of the Rings name. Because I actually got Batty, the black one, as a companion for Eowyn. I saw on Craigslist someone was giving away their guinea pig. And yeah, unfortunately, Eowyn got sick very fast. I took her to the vet, got medicine. Didn't seem to help. She died a couple days later. It was hard to deal with and pretty tragic. And I really wish I could have given her a better life for longer. And then, I had Batty still. And guinea pigs should not be alone. They really shouldn't. They're highly social animals. And so she needed a companion. So again, I went to Craigslist looking to see, people get rid of their animals all the time. Which, I could go on forever about that, but this is not the video. So I saw Glegal, and of course in the ad, they said she's extremely healthy. Yeah, well, she had pneumonia for months on end before I got her. So yeah, obviously they lied in the ad, and that's how I have these two. Alright, well, my phone is about to die. So I think I'll end the video here. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, let me know what you thought about it. Share about your pets or guinea pigs or adoption or animals, whatever you'd like to. And thanks for watching. Bye.